Welcome, I'm Nancy Ruby, and today's practice is actually going to be a standing practice, standing well on our own 2 feet. I call it embodiment. This is an opportunity to really embrace our precious human bodies and to feel ourselves building strength and stamina through our legs and our feet, and that way we can walk gracefully and powerfully upon the earth. If you have a couple of yoga blocks, that could be helpful, but not necessary. So let's get on our mats and begin. Let's begin today in mountain pose, Tadasana. So we'll sink our roots deep into the earth and create a sense of stability as we spread our toes and lift them up a little bit. You can feel the sensation of the front of the foot, the ball out of the big toe, pressing down into your yoga mat. Imagine your roots sinking into the earth. Spread those toes wide too, because you want those roots to not only go deep, but wide. You'll be more stable. And then very gently soften the back of the knees so you feel that weight in the front of the foot, just opening up those metatarsals. Then place the toes back down and let them stay long and open as much as you can. And a little pressure so that you feel the arches of your feet activated. With the front of the foot grounded, we're going to take our hips back over the heels, where really most of the weight will be centered, sinking from hip to heel, and allow yourself to feel a sense of connection with all that holds you in the present moment. From this place of present moment awareness, we're going to use our imagination to draw that energy up from the earth into our legs. Feel the muscles of your leg bones hug deep towards the bone, gently hugging the legs towards each other, and feeling all that earth energy come right into the bowl of your pelvis, the anchor point of your pelvis. We'll send our energy from the hips down to the earth, at the same time simultaneously drawing the energy of the earth into the core of the hips. So stand strong, and from here we're going to draw up and let the upper body feel light by lengthening from hip to fingertip. Feel the abdominal wall draw in and up, and the front ribs draw in and down, meeting together near the navel, supporting you. As the arm bones float up a little bit and draw back, you'll feel the shoulder blades lifting the heart. And just like the legs, the muscles of the arms gently hug those long bones, drawing in towards midline, and then drawing from the fingertips up through the arms to the heart space. Lifting from the base of the skull, let your neck get long, and feel this arrangement of mountain pose. All these principles of alignment. I've probably done this a million times, maybe you have as well. And let us do it as if for the first time, each and every day, stepping onto the earth, thankful for being able to stand on your own 2 feet, and sinking into the sensations of stability and support. Now let's bring in the breath. Exhale all your air. Take a full deep breath, letting your lungs expand front, sides, and back. Pause momentarily, and then exhale. Let's do it with the arms this time. Deep breath in, taking the arms up as far as that's comfortable. Pause, and then exhale and release down. As we come up this time, feel yourself anchoring from hips to heels as you bring your arms overhead. And as you exhale, feel that inner body stay lifted even as the arms float down. Again, take it up, feeling the opposition and balance between earth and sky. Stand tall on your own 2 feet. Let's take the arms overhead again, this time bending the elbows, holding a wrist, and then exhale to the side, keeping the feet balanced, front, sides, and back. Turn the head a little bit right and left. And as you do this, feel that side body opening. Just go to that first point of sensation and ease in a little deeper if it's appropriate. Then turning the gaze down towards the earth so the side of the neck opens too. Take some nice deep breaths here. Give your body an opportunity to open through the hip, through the ribs, through the shoulders, through the neck. Open and welcome that spaciousness. With your next exhalation, go a little bit further into the stretch point perhaps. Now let's float up with inhalation and let the arms float down with exhalation. And release the shoulders. So roll it out. Release the shoulder joint. Plug into mountain pose again. Draw the arm bones open, and with inhalation, take it up. Reach over, grab a wrist, and exhale to the side. Take a few breaths here. So today we want to focus on sensing the details of sensation inside our body. Truly getting a sense of embodiment. Being present with all the nuances and arrangement of alignment, the sensations of stretching and strengthening. What are you feeling inside your body today? Take one more breath here. Be really honest. We're not trying to make our body do anything. We're just inviting the sensation of expansion. And as you exhale, contraction. And come back to center, expansion, and relaxation. Let's roll the shoulders out. Taking the hands to the rim of the pelvis, press down from the pelvis to the ground, and then lift up nice and tall. Draw the arm bones up and back. I'll turn just for our alignment principles. And you'll see that we're going to keep the pelvis stable as we roll the chest open and squeeze the shoulder blades. If you want, draw the throat open or leave the chin to the throat. Take a few breaths here this first time. You want to feel the form that you're creating and then refine it for your own pleasure. One more breath into that open heart. Then bend the knees, tilt the pelvis, crease deeply at the groin. Take the hands down the legs to the thighs or the shins, wherever they reach. You don't have to touch the floor. Curl in, take a few breaths. Again, arranging the feet equally. So you're really pressing into the inner and outer edges. And from the heels, anchoring, lift the sitting bones. With your next inhalation, look up, opening the heart, hugging the shoulder blades into your back. And then come back down and let those shoulder blades move away from each other. Come back up. Shoulder blades together, arms open, come all the way to standing. Let's bend the elbows and side bend. Just one exhalation this time. Full inhalation to center. Take your time here. Other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, float the arms down. Hands to the rim of the pelvis. Deep breath in, open heart. And bend the knees so you can easily hinge forward and gently round the back. Inhalation, feel the muscles along your spine engaging. Shoulder blades come close. Exhale. Draw chin to throat, look into your own heart. Back up through the strength of your spine and pushing through the legs to rise. Side bend. Feeling how we can create this awakening as we move our spine in all its directions. Deep breath in and exhale, hands to the hips, opening the front of the spine. And one more time, opening the back. Halfway up, steady and strong. Flexion as you exhale. And rise and shine as you inhale. This time, hands come right down the central axis to your heart space. Take a breath. And release the arms down. And return to that mountain pose. Feel the energy that you're awakening. Now let's take a wider stance. Pressing out. If you have blocks, you might want to set your blocks in front of you for this next movement. They're not necessary. You can certainly have them there to bring the floor to you. And we'll look at our feet and place them parallel outside edges, as long as that feels comfortable for your knees. Push down again into the platform, into your foundation. We're building from the ground up. And we're squeeze the quadriceps and feel the legs hugging towards each other while still being wide apart. Take a deep breath in, and right from the groin, bend the knees, keeping the spine long instead of leaning from the waist. And then bring your hands down. Work your way in. I like to wiggle into it a little bit. And draw the sitting bones up. If the head is lowered below the hips, let's come back up. Bring your gaze forward, about 5 feet in front of you. And feel that lightness that you can bring into your heart and shoulders while the steadiness and strength stay in the legs. Now very gently bend one knee, and as that knee bends, drive your hips back. Bring more weight into your heels so that that bent knee stays back over your ankle. And give that inner thigh lots of lengthening. Enjoy your breath while you're here, and give that opportunity to the adductors to lengthen and release any tension that might be there. One more breath. This is one of the best ways to stretch inner thighs because you've got gravity working for you. You're keeping your spine neutral so your lower back is protected. Let's go up and over to the other side. So come to center. If you're using blocks, take them with you. And then sinking down. Again, you're looking up, your head is up, your heart is open. Strength is in the lower body. Give your body time to release. And we'll come back up and over to the other side again. You could always take a hand to the leg and sink in. If you have more mobility, you could bring the hand to the floor. But still, we're not rounding the back. We're keeping that length from your tailbone to the crown of the head. Let's take it up and over again. Inhale, bending one knee, shifting your weight back. Look and see that that knee's more over the ankle than jutting out over the toes. And we'll breathe our way into center. Bring the hands back to the hips. Soften the knees a bit so you can lift easily, rotating from the pelvis. And then engage the abdomen and gently walk in heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. So be graceful on that. Stand nice and tall in mountain pose. And we're going to go back wide again and create a similar effect in a different position. So draw the arms up and step wide. Come back towards that wide position. Don't really need the blocks. We're going to come into Virabhadrasana 2. So feel the similarities. This time, however, we're going to take and swivel the pelvis over to one side. As the pelvis turns, the whole leg turns, and maybe step that foot a little bit wider. And the back leg swivels in. Now taking your back hand onto your thigh, although our muscles are hugging it up and hugging towards midline, we also want to energetically think of keeping this back leg lifted rather than collapsing. It's going to move closer to the floor, but keep it lifting into your hand. And then look over this, what is now your front leg, and slowly release your knee over your heel. And feel that strength, pressing into the heel, right up into your hip. And this back leg, as I said, instead of collapsing into it, let it lift. So you're opening the space of the hips. Then drawing up from the navel to the heart, turn your torso. That little twist in the spine without letting this knee follow. And then reach back. This is your anchor. You're reaching back behind you. Your strength is here. You're settled in the center. And then you're floating out to the front. And breathe. Feel all the little adjustments you can make to get that much more comfortable as you practice that sense of commitment to the form. Steady and strong. Releasing all of your breath, we'll use inhalation to lift up, toes to center, reach it out and let the arms flow down right to the rim of the pelvis, and then swiveling to the other side. Let the whole leg turn, the back leg swivels in, press firmly into the back leg, keep it lifted as you float down into your lunge. So again, we're not reaching the torso forward, we're actually reaching. This is your past back here. Everything behind us are all of our experiences and our lessons and the knowledge that we've gained. So let it hold you and look forward and float toward your future. What do you see out there? And let us settle right into the present moment between what's behind us and what lies before us. This is where we're most effective, right here, right now. Breathe into the strength of the warrior. One more breath, and we'll use the inhalation to float up. Bring the hands down. And again, keeping this lifted, we're going to bend the knees, lift, and step the feet in, or you can walk in heel toe, return to mountain, feel the response. And we'll do this one more time and add a little flourish. Inhale, take it up. Option this time, bend the knees and hop wide if you'd like, or just step out. Hands to the rim of the pelvis swivels, the legs turn. We anchor strongly to that back leg. And this time we're going to take the top arm up and stretch out of our hips all the way to our fingertips, keeping that length. Draw into that lunge, and then reach to where the ceiling meets the wall, and feel that angle you're creating from the back heel to those lifted fingertips. Maintain that angle of your torso and just drop the hand down. So maybe it's the hand. If you're creasing deeper at the hip, then it's the forearm, not rounding the spine, just sinking into the hips. Some of you might be able to take the arms straight. Find your way in and keep the heart light. Finally, if you'd like, sweep the top arm up and create that angle again from back heel to top fingertips, and breathe into that top side body, inviting the heart to open. Build your strength and stamina and your foundation. The stronger you are in that lower body, the deeper your roots, the more the upper body can relax and expand. One more breath. Looking down to release the neck. Again, anchor the back leg and pull yourself up out of the pose, toes forward. Okay, adjust your foundation. We're going to go right over to the other side, turning the leg, back heel out. Stand nice and tall, taking the arm down, the other arm up, and lift. So I call these the vitamins of yoga. Do these postures every day. Benefits will occur. From here, we're floating down, just through the hips. And then we want to make sure we keep that lengthening pubic bone away from the navel, so we maintain that lumbar curve. Find where the ceiling meets the wall, way up there, hinging at the hip, and then release the arm to wherever it lands. Again, sinking the lower body, lifting the upper body. I like to sweep the arm around, so it's coming from the shoulder girdle, and then adjust your neck so it's comfortable, and enjoy your breath. Stay a little bit longer so you can build that stamina. One more breath. Then pushing down, we rise up. And we're going to place the hands on the top of the thighs. From here, bend the knees and hinge forward. And now this is where you might want those blocks. So reach around or wherever your blocks are. Bring them in front. We'll take the hands to the floor. So we want the head and the shoulders level to the hips or slightly higher, not below. You want to be able to lengthen the spine, tailbone reaching one direction, crown of the head in the other. I'm going to add a twist. So bring one hand to center, the other hand to your hip. Do shift the pelvis a bit. Attempt to keep the legs straight. If they need to bend, bend them evenly, and then rotate the rib cage and squeeze into your inner body. Let's release back to center and feel that again. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, square. Open as you inhale. This time, pause and really lift the upper body so you're not leaning heavily on that hand that's on the earth. Let the legs hold your weight. Let the hips be your strength. As the chest opens, you might want to bring the arm up as an expansion of your heart. Simply avoid pulling back on your hand though, so your shoulder doesn't jut forward. You want to pull the heart back. Keep that spaciousness from heart to hand. Enjoy your breath as you give yourself a deep inner hug with that twist. So we've taken our spine forward, back, side to side, and now twisting from the strong foundation of our legs and hips. Let's release down. And put the other hand on the floor. Get long. Swivel the pelvis, belly, ribs, and chest. Look over your shoulder. If your neck gets tired, you could look down. Make those little arrangements. So we're listening to the wisdom of our own body. This is the important aspect of this practice today. Trusting what you're feeling, trusting that inner voice, your body's wisdom. We're not forcing it into anything. We're inviting it to open, release unnecessary tension, and build just right strength. That way it's a comfortable place to live. One more breath, then release the hands down. Get one body in this life, so it's important to take care of it. Press in, take the hands to the hips, and draw all the way up. From here, bend the knees, walking heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, or you could just step together. Return to mountain. So every time you come back to this stance, which is often during the day, think of those alignment principles, the feet anchored and awake, the muscles of the legs supporting the long bones, the gateways of the joints open, so the knees are soft, the groin is soft, the lifting from the pelvic floor and the lower abdomen, bringing that earth energy right on up the length of our spine. Standing tall with an open heart. Let's hold on to that feeling of being balanced between earth and sky. And do one more pose that really demands our attention because it's a balancing pose. So we're going to shift our weight onto one foot. You might want to turn your toes out ever so slightly. It's just a little easier. It's kind of a nice tip. And the other heel comes up. When this happens, we tend to drop in. So let's not. Let's keep it lifted. And the key to that is that your hips go back. That's going to keep your pelvis level. The heel comes to the ankle. Feel into this. Look for a drishti, a neutral place out beyond the screen. So your eyes can rest. If you can look out a window, see the trees around you as inspiration. We'll become one. Take the hands to the side, and as the elbows come forward and the thumbs go back, the heart lifts, shoulder blades lift the heart in balance with the abdomen supporting your back. Once you're stable, you could take the foot up to the calf or into the thigh, keeping the hips square. Make those little refinements. If you're near a wall, you could place a finger on the wall if you need a little extra support. The important thing is just do the best you can. You can play with your branches. Your trunk is steady. You can have big wide arms. You can be nice and narrow, little lodgepole kind. And hold the form, feeling all the refinements that your body's making on its own. You're waking up your ability to balance. Steady. One more breath. Woo! And then slowly release. A little wind was blowing there. Roll out the shoulders. Let's do the other side. So when you turn the foot out a little bit, it's just easier to spread the foot out. Remember, deep and wide is how we want our roots. Knee turns open. So just use your imagination. Imagine your legs as those roots. That's why we turn that knee out. We're going a little wider. Level the pelvis so your trunk is straight and tall. Yeah, straight and tall. Find your drishti. I'm going to look beyond the screen. Take your hands out to the side first or second. Just notice how they help you and then choose what you want to do with that leg. Avoid putting it right on your knee joint. So up above or below the knee. And even if you keep that kickstand, you're still going to gain more strength in your ability to balance. So feel the constant fluctuation, steady gaze, steady mind. Play with your branches. Enjoy your breath. One more breath here. Stay. Focus. Come back if you fall over. It's okay. Just reach out. Slowly come down a little more. Groundedness on that one for me. Bring it around. Hands to your heart. Again. Back to mountain pose. This time with hands together. Close your eyes. Feel what you've awakened. The steadiness in your lower body through awakening your feet, which read the alignment with Earth's gravity through your proprioceptive nerve bed. So keep those feet active. Acknowledge the strength of your legs, the strength of your hips, the openness you've created there today. So we're as strong as we are flexible. This is why we build in both directions with yoga. Take a deep breath in, let your spine get really tall, lifting to the crown of the head. Keeping that lift, exhale into a sensation of support. Fill your body with your breath and empty out again. And imagine yourself moving forward from this practice into your day, walking with strength and grace upon the earth, fully embodied within your own skin. Namaste.